Good evening, Graham.
Good evening.
Lots to be very positive about, but no end product. That's becoming a bit of a familiar story, isn't it?
Lots to be positive about. Yeah, I think certainly first half, I thought we did well in the game against a team that's got some good attacking players, and I thought we matched them certainly first half. I think overall the game is quite an even game. They have the goal, and I think the one chance with Aubameyang where they attack quickly from I think we were going into their box, and quickly they turn attack from defence to attack. But yeah, we didn't probably create as much as we would like, so we need to improve that.
Is it becoming frustrating for you that you seem to be creating quite a few chances, but just can't get the ball in the back of the net?
Well, I think it's just frustrating that we're not winning, or we're not picking up the points we'd like to. We're doing some things well, but we need to carry on improving. It's this league is so demanding, so punishing that these things can happen. But we have to stick together as a group. Like I said, a lot of positives in terms of the guys coming in. There's a lot of strong performances from them. Personality on the pitch was really good. No complaints with that. So, like I said, an even game, probably in terms of big chances that I think they probably edged it, but in terms of everything else, quite even.
You clearly made a lot of changes. I suppose that's just the nature of these games coming thick and fast at the moment. Hindsight's a wonderful thing, but you don't have any regrets over making so many changes?
No, not at all. I think if the performance wasn't good first half, you could say, it was a bit disjointed and we lost a bit of cohesion. But I think you saw the performance first half especially was really good. So the understanding was there. I thought the guys that came in, all of them did well. All of them have, put themselves in a good position. And that's what we need going forward.
Just one final question from me. There are some suggestions this evening that the Premier League could look at maybe a 2-week break, perhaps even longer, because of the rising amount of COVID cases. Is that something you would be in favour of or dead against?
I wouldn't be. I'd be whatever the people think is the right thing to do. For the health of our community. That's the most important thing. Whatever is deemed right, that's what we'll do.
When you see that matches are being cancelled, do you get concerned?
Well, if they're getting cancelled because of health issues, then of course there's a concern, and we have to make sure we do the right thing, because football is important, but it's not as important as people's lives and health.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thanks, Jamie. Darren?
Yep. Hi, Graham. Thanks. Thanks for that. I know you're never one to make an excuse for injuries or the like, but no Tariq Lamptey, no Adam Lallana or Connolly today. How hard is it to prepare a team to face an Arsenal team in a good moment after the Chelsea match without those players?
Well, we had Connolly, in fairness, but we needed to make sure probably a bit more time with him, because he pulled up before the West Ham game. But yeah, I think Tariq's a miss for us, because he gives us a different dimension, and that's fairly clear. But along the season, everyone's the same. They'll all have slight problems and injuries. You have to cope. We've got a squad, so we have to get on with it. It's as simple as that.
Lewis Dunk said after the match he thought there might have been a case for a penalty when he was bundled over in the box. Do you have a view on that?
I didn't see it at all. I haven't seen it back, so I have no comment on it really.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And just finally for me, is there a lack of confidence in front of goal at the moment? Are strikers perhaps not being natural in front of goal or instinctive? Are they overplaying it a bit?
No, I don't think so. He scored 2 away at West Ham in the last game. I don't think that, it's not like we've created lots and lots of chances and then big misses. I think it's the Premier League, playing against Premier League defenders that also make it difficult for you. But I don't see any lack of confidence. I think it's a bit of an easy narrative. I think we need to do better as a team, and that's including myself and everybody involved in the side. And it's not just one area. We can all improve.
Thanks, Darren. Brian?
Evening, Graham.
Hi, Brian.
I think there was 21 seconds between Lacazette going on and scoring, and he was in a lot of freedom in that penalty area. Was that the fact he'd just gotten on? Was that a lack of adjustment or communication that led him to being in such freedom?
I'm not sure. I think we've tried to press a little bit high with the initially, and then I think Saka's done really well on the halfway line, and he's showed a great turn of foot and pace, and that creates the opportunity there. And I think then we've probably recovered a bit too fast, which means that it's opened up the space, and that's something that we can do better. I don't necessarily think it's down to the substitution. It's more just that football action that Saka does, which then affects everything else, and we didn't adjust to that well enough.
Are you able to give us any updates on, say, Lamptey, Lallana, any of the players who missed out, or even Welbeck? How he's okay?
Yeah, I think Adam's not as bad as we first thought, so that's good. That's positive. Outside chance for Wolves, we'll see. Tariq probably not, but he's not far away. So again, that's good news. Danny had a slight feeling in his side of his knee after the West Ham game, so he was okay for the bench, but I decided to be safe with him. So we're okay in terms of that. We've just got to try and get Adam and Tariq back as quickly as we can and as safely as we can.
Okay, thanks.
Andy, do you want to go next?
Hi, Graham.
Hi, Andy.
Just on the selection, you decided to have your 4 strikers that you've got on the bench tonight, didn't you? And in particular, I'm thinking Neil Maupay having sort of ended his drought against West Ham. Can you just sort of explain the thinking behind that?
Yeah, well, Aaron pulled up before West Ham, so probably not the place where he can start. We didn't think. Like I said, Danny's got a slight issue as well. And then Neil and Leo just to turn around so quickly within a day's recovery. Just this one time we've got to go again. So Ali's been training well and pushing to play, and so has Alexis. So it felt like a good opportunity to use those guys, and then you can use Neil at the back end of the game. Was the thoughts, which saves his workload as well.
Obviously, like you say, a quick turnaround. When you looked at it in the second half, it just looked like Arsenal were getting momentum, didn't it? And you were about to make changes, and they scored just before that, didn't they? Were you in terms of did you feel that coming as well? And it's just a matter of the timing of changes in that situation.
Yeah, I think I'd have to look at it back in a little bit more detail, but I felt that they had a couple of chances from, I think we attacked their box. I think Alexis missed a pass and Davey was nearly in, and then all of a sudden they're attacking our goal, and I think that's the big Aubameyang chance. So that gives you a feeling of, I think they stepped up a little bit, because I thought we were quite good in the first half. It got a bit messy. I thought we got to grips of it, and then we just thought, okay, we need to probably just freshen it up, maybe get a bit more covering the sides, because they weren't really attacking through the centre. And we're, like you say, about to make the 2 substitutions, but then they scored.
Just one final one from me. Obviously, you were in quite a vulnerable looking position last season, coming back out of the lockdown, weren't you, in terms of like fixtures you had and the position in the table you were in? It's earlier. We're at an earlier stage of the season. How does this feel by comparison?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's a bit different in terms of we've been in this sort of playing behind closed doors, project restart, fans in, not in. It's been that type of strange season, if you like, and we're having to make the best of it with all that's going on outside of football, which of course is more important. So at the same time, it's hanging around in terms of we've got a virus that is escalating, and it affects our daily lives as human beings, so it's surely going to affect us as footballers. It's something we have to just deal with and do our best with, and take the advice of the people that are making the decisions around the most important things, which is the health of our community.
Thanks, Andy. And Richie.
Hi, Graham. Hi, lads tonight. 2 questions from me, sorry. First off, how good do you think Basuma was? I thought he just looked unflappable in midfield.
Yeah, he's a really strong performance. I'd agree. Really strong. a lot of good players on the pitch, but I thought he was as good as anybody. So yeah, it was a good game for him.
And final one, does this game make you think that you need to strengthen in January or not?
Well, we have to improve in January. That's what we need to do, and that's always the case. So that's what we'll try to do.
Okay. Thank you.
Richie.
Thanks, everyone.